it is kind of a bittersweet Wednesday in many, many ways because it's July 31st and it's the last day of July, which means the summer of 2013 is zipping by. And we are also paying tribute to a very wonderful musician on this show, so we're going to make it as sweet as we can for a bitter moment of rock and roll life. And GaLiNdO, thanks for being the WhO today.
Thank you, it's my pleasure.
Yeah, and it's National Jump for Jelly Bean Day, and it's also National Cotton Candy Day. So we only have a little cotton candy and a lot of jelly beans, so you got to do a lot of jumping. But on this day, July 31st, let's see what interesting things. 1 year ago, Michael Phelps won the record of 19 Olympic medals with the gold in the 4x200 meter freestyle relay. That was 1 year ago. It feels like about a decade ago, doesn't it? Does that feel like 1 year ago to you, the Olympics?
I wasn't paying attention 1 year ago.
Do you know who Michael Phelps is?
Yeah, I think I've heard of him.
Oh my God.
1 year ago today, I had other things on my mind.
Oh, right. You said you were in an accident 1 year ago.
Today's my first year anniversary of my car accident. My only car accident ever.
Well, I'm glad you lived through it.
Me too.
And you'll probably feel it 20 years from now. A lot more than you feel it now, right? They do creep up on you. The Allman Brothers, Dickie Betts, remember him? He was arrested on this day for shoving 2 cops.
Really?
Oh, that Dickie
I didn't hear about
Betts.
that.
Yeah, well, it was quite a while ago.
Well, he was born a rambling man.
Yeah, that's for sure. This is kind of interesting. I only said it because I don't quite understand it. Russia and the U.S. sign long-range nuclear weapons reduction pact. Now, what the fuck does that mean?
Wasn't that Star Wars or something? Or Salt 2?
It could be. Those just sound like movies to me. And, I never understand how in war and stuff that there's laws. Like, who's going to obey a law in a war?
Yeah, laws.
I know.
Laws bad,
It doesn't make sense to me. Guns N' Roses song Appetite for Destruction was released on this day. What would we have done without Appetite for Destruction?
Right.
That was one of the most...
We starved.
Yeah, exactly. Good answer. That is definitely, I think, one of the biggest albums in this world. I mean, so it just shows that anyone can do it at any time. There's always room for another big album, because look at them now.
Right.
Look at them now.
Right.
Exactly, but they had their Appetite for Destruction, greatest album. Lisa Gibbons, her first appearance on Entertainment Tonight was on this day. Do you know who she is?
No, I don't.
You don't know who Lisa Gibbons is?
I only really remember the first cast.
Do you know Mary Hart?
Yes.
She took after Mary Hart.
Okay.
Mary Hart was like someone I know's cousin.
Oh, really?
I know. I always thought that was
One
pretty
of
funny.
those. Okay.
U.S. men's gymnastic team won the gold medal at the L.A. Summer Olympics on this day. I don't even know if you were born yet, Caroline. 1984?
Nope.
1984.
Anything past 87, I'm born.
Oh, my goodness. You didn't even know that the men's gymnastics team won the gold
Besides,
medal.
my parents didn't meet till 85.
Wow. John Phillips of the Mamas and the Papas, we know who that is, right?
Right.
He was arrested on drug charges today. Today's not a good day for some people, but you know how it all ends up. Chet Huntley, did you ever hear the Huntley-Brinkley report?
Yes.
All right, well, he retired from NBC on this day.
Okay.
The Beatles closed the Apple Boutique, giving clothes away for free.
That's right.
On
After
this
they
day.
ran and got all the good stuff for themselves.
Well, I'm sure they already had it. And that was in 1968.
That's correct.
So
They just opened up an apartment complex in that very building.
for like
Apple
what?
Apartments.
Was it like a week?
I just saw it. Yeah, something like it. It was very
Because
fresh.
it couldn't have been long if they closed it in 68. I mean, how long were they together anyway? Like 10 minutes? And look what they did to the world, those Beatles. Today, oh gosh, more trouble for rock and roll. The Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger and Keith Richards end their 1-month jail sentence.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they had it so bad in there. They actually had catered food.
In 1967, they were catered then?
They were being catered to.
Good for them.
jail.
Oh God, what was that for? Peeing in public or something? I think.
Prescription pills or something.
I know that they were peeing in public and got arrested, but I don't know if they do a month jail time for that. What else happened? Alabamans burn Beetle products due to John Lennon's anti-Jesus remark
Ah,
on this day.
Which actually wasn't an anti-Jesus remark.
What was it?
Well, he had said that the Beatles were bigger than Jesus.
Right.
He was actually stating a fact, And,
You think?
well, sure.
Was
I
he
mean,
being
it was-
sarcastic or was he being truthful?
No, he was actually being truthful, and I think only the Bible Belt in America is.
They
that's
took
where
it
the
personal.
uproar was, And but he was just making.
So I
stating
wonder
facts.
if that's why the Allman Brothers Dickie Betts was shoving cops, because it's on the same day, different year. Or maybe they were saying that the Beatles were not as big as Jesus. I don't know. Cigarette ads were banned on British television on this day in 1965.
Wow.
I know, that blew my mind, because when did we ban them?
It was a long time. I was
like-
already in my teens.
They were the
70s.
best ads, the cigarette ads.
Oh, they were great.
The Rolling Stones concert in Ireland halts after 12 minutes due to a riot in 1964. It's so weird to me that the Rolling Stones are that crazy. Like, they don't seem, well, now they're as tame as can be, but they just don't seem, they were worse than heavy metal. Bad shit happened in the Rolling
First bad boys of rock.
But they don't even seem that bad. That's the whole
There's the
thing.
headline: would you let your daughter marry a Rolling Stone?
I would. Of course I would let my daughter marry. Well, they're kind of old now. Maybe one of their grandsons.
Yeah, right.
I would let them marry. Yeah, a Rolling Stone grandson? Why not? Yeah, I think that would be cool. Lightning strikes a baseball field in Florida and killed the shortstop and third baseman on this day. How crazy is that? 1949. So what we have them, those are angels in our room today, that shortstop and third baseman.
That's right.
Maybe you can send some of your angel powers to the Yankees right now, because I don't know about that team this year. They are having a hard year. I just had to say this too, because I usually leave this stuff out, but it's pretty wild. It was the last deportation train out of Michelin to depart to Auschwitz on this day. The last one. Ugh. You should, every week there's tons of stuff about all that, and I try to avoid it because it's so intense. But, birthday? Whose birthday?
Birthday's today.
We're getting there. It's, George Washington's quarter went into circulation on this day in 1932. I don't know who was on the quarter before that. And birthdays. You know whose birthday is today?
Yeah.
The person who invented Harry Potter.
Oh, really?
Yes, J.K. Rowling's birthday is today. She's like the richest woman in England besides the Queen. Zach Brown's birthday is today. Rodney Harvey, who is... I said this because he has such a great history and no one even knows who he is. Born in Philadelphia, he's an actor model, featured in Life magazine spread with Madonna, appeared in the series The Outsiders. He was on Twin Peaks and in My Own